Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday or Monday, depending on where you are located in the world. I'm Sarah. I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today for Divine Truth Tarot. Welcome to our community. If this is your first time viewing, welcome. Take a look around. We have a beautiful, supportive, friendly community. I have some great moderators on here who help keep our community as safe as possible. There's a lot of trolls out there I've been noticing on different readers' channels, including mine. So I don't have time to filter them all out, but we definitely do our best. It's like they rev up around the holidays, but it's also the energies that are going on right now with 2020 and the end of the year. So there's a lot of energies at play. I have my candle here from our beautiful soul sister Rachel, a gift for the channel. It's Christmas Bakery, and guys, it smells like Christmas delight. It's so amazing. I wish you could smell it. I'm gonna pretend that you can smell it through the camera. So I wanted to do a video today for the December 12th, the 12/12 portal, and we're also a day before the solar eclipse new moon in Sagittarius. So I've chosen the Angel Guide Oracle. I wanted to keep this kind of light and fun. The Queen of the Moon Oracle, Moonology, and the Work Your Light Oracle. So we're going to focus on what is coming in. We're going to focus on the light. We're going to focus on the positive, focus on the good and the abundance, because I know it's been a hell of a year. It's been a hell of a month wrapping up this year. And I know many of us are very exhausted, myself included. Quick note on personal readings, guys. I've got, as of right now, this moment, I've got 10 more personal readings to accomplish. And so if you've emailed me and I've not responded, it's because I really need to complete those readings first. And it's been a challenging month to do personal readings. It really has. There's just so many energies at play. And I only perform readings when I can give 100%, more than 100% of myself and my energy. So that's why they're taking a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do for anyone else who hasn't booked yet, once I'm done with these readings, it will be next week. And once I'm completed with these readings, I'm going to open up written readings for the remainder of December. But I am taking Christmas to New Year's off completely. I don't even know if I'll do videos for the channel that week. I just need a complete break. And I'm sure many of you are feeling the same way. So readers, it's like, it's hard to explain how much energy goes into a reading. And especially having TMJ, I have a pretty serious case of TMJ. So talking actually aggravates those jaw muscles and makes me very fatigued, more than it would somebody who doesn't have TMJ. And so I definitely have, I struggle with doing more than, 3 readings a day, and I would love to be doing more. And sometimes I have the energy to do much more, but it's just like my jaw won't allow me to talk that much. So that's part of what's going on with me on my end over here. The TMJ has gotten really ramped up the last 6 months of 2020 here. And what else? So I will be doing written readings. There'll be long type story readings for you. So if you're interested in that, please don't email me yet. I'll let you know when I open that up, because I'm already behind on replying to emails. So when I open that up next week, I'll let you guys know. And let's get started. Okay. I'm gonna warm up my hands. Okay, so we're calling in the archangels, Archangel Michael, to create a sphere of protection around this reading, the room, the cards, myself, anyone watching, whenever they're watching at any point in time or space. We also ask that I be a vessel for pure truth, divine clarity, divine fun. I'm hearing divine light and unconditional love for the collective and for myself as well, and for my counterpart. And I ask that this reading just be fun and light and illuminate the path for people. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's start with the Moonology deck. That's what I'm being called to start with. Messages for the feminine, please. Messages for the feminine for this total solar eclipse and new moon. It's not a super moon. New moon in Sagittarius, as well as the 12/12 portal. Interesting. Okay. Well, first of all, the universe wants the feminines to know that, yes, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. So this is full moon in Capricorn, the sign that comes right after Sagittarius. So that's interesting. So I feel like Capricorn season could actually be a lot smoother for us. So that's going into 2021, going into the end of December through 2021, we move into Capricorn season. The sun will be in Capricorn. So I feel like that it's saying that that's really when we're going to feel things ease off and we're going to get a breather. So January should actually feel light. I know that 2020 January did not feel light. It felt heavy. It felt like impending doom. Energetically, we felt it. We knew something was coming. A lot of us had just gone through separation with our counterparts. Things were not easy. Things were painful. Things were heavy. And so this January is going to feel very different. I feel that we're going to be getting a break and a sense of a relief and just like a like a sense of a sigh where we can just sigh out 2020 and let the chips fall where they may as we enter 2021. I feel like there's going to be less pushing and more allowing, okay? A fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. So this is for, in particular, card is for everyone in the collective if it resonates. Of course, as always, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't at the door. Just leave it. Don't try to make something fit. I do feel like, especially for my Aries DFs or the Aries DMs, there is something that's being built up right now in your connection that you can probably feel. I wanted to share with this card because my twin is an Aries. I wanted to share that I had a dream 2 nights ago. So not last night, but the night before. And I hadn't dreamt of my counterpart in like 6 months. It's like he disappeared from 4D and 5D over the past 6 months, which whatever was going on with his life, I guess, was consuming him. And so there's been a lot of doubt that's come in for me. I go through exactly what you guys go through. Readers are not exempt, okay? The energies that we put into a reading, we are not exempt from feeling everything that you're feeling. So to channel when you're in that place of hopelessness yourself or fear can be really challenging. But I had this dream because I've been dreaming, as I've shared with you guys, of past lovers, right? Exes for a few months since really my birthday. They like to come in around my birthday every year, but this was like one after another. And I dreamt multiple dreams of some of them. And I thought, how strange. It's like my counterpart is not in my dreams, but all of these exes are, it's like they wanted and needed my attention. And most of them were really positive dreams. It's like dreams of completion, dreams of being able to reach a resolution, right? Peaceful, harmonious resolution. And being able to really close that karmic cycle. And I thought, that's interesting. It was like my counterpart stepped back to allow me to sort through this. So in that process, I realized how much work I still needed to do in regards to healing my heart and healing from the past of these relationships that had been tumultuous and painful endings, some cheating in the past, not on my half, on their behalf. And just that happily ever after that never quite came to fruition, which I know many feminines struggle with. Many of us have not been married. Many of us have, it's like we're waiting for the person that we know is for us, and we've always felt like something was missing, always. Not only did I feel that way, but my counterpart echoed that statement and said he always felt that way. Like he always knew that I was out there, and I always knew that he was out there. And so then to have the separation, it's like you're being torn apart from the one person you feel like really truly understands you. And after that, it's hard to imagine being with anybody else who could possibly, fit that role of being that perfect person for you. And by perfect person, I don't mean perfect. I mean the perfect person for you, right? The perfect match. And so this dream was really disturbing. and really painful. And it left a mark on my whole day. So on Friday, I woke up, I don't know, early in the morning. My kitties wake me up sometimes early in the morning. And then I tried to go back to bed and I continued the dream. When I set the intention not to, I continued the dream. So obviously the dream was trying to tell me something. But the dream was that we were together and we had 3 full days together. And I was so excited because the last time that happened was the first weekend we had together when he had come to visit me after we had met. We hadn't had that much time together since. It's like one obstacle after another came in the way, and we only would have like one night to spend together, or one day. And it was like, we could never just, it never seemed to work. There was never enough time. And so I was very excited. And the first night went really well. Really well. I was in my power. I was happy. We were laughing. It was light. But it was a reunion for sure. And then the second night, I couldn't find him. And I was asking other people. There were other people here, like with us, and I guess other DFs and DMs would be my guess. I'm not sure. And I was asking around, where is he? He wouldn't answer my calls, and he was just gone. Like he had just gotten a shower and left and didn't tell me anything. And I thought, wow, you've had almost a year. You've had a year apart from me, and that's not enough. You still need more time apart from me. I was really hurt. And I just knew to go to this restaurant, even though I was in another state. I was in Nevada for some reason. And I found him, and it was dining alone, and he was ignoring my calls. I actually saw him ignoring my calls. I could see him press the ignore button. And the place of the restaurant was called Dining Alone or Dining Solo or something like that. And I was like, are you kidding me? You need more time away from me? We're spending time together, and you still need time away. And so I was really, really upset. And then I woke up and then went back to sleep and dreamt more about it. And it was like the theme after that was that he was running from me and he didn't want to be around me. And I don't know exactly what that means. And I'm not asking for a dream interpretation because I think that can be really personal. But obviously there's more work to be done. And obviously it's almost like he's saying, I want to come and I want this reunion, but there's still things that I'm working out. I still need my space. It's like, okay, didn't have to be done in such a painful manner in the dream, but okay, I get it. So I think the masculines are still really having a challenging time in their own personal lives, and there's still some of them pushing the feminine away as they go through and move through that process. It's like they are being reborn, and they don't want the feminine to get mixed up in that energy, but they want to let you know that they're there. So you guys might be having dreams similar to mine, where it's like you can't quite get to your twin. And it was so frustrating because we finally got together after all this time, and then nothing. And then he just ran away. And that's not like him, to ignore like that, or to be rude like that. Like that's not like him in 3D. To do that, especially if it just didn't make sense, right? So anyway, I know that was a long story. If you're still here, thank you for listening. But the point of that is, feminines, that I think that for those of us who are still waiting to receive communication, or who are still sitting in separation, I think that was a message saying, they're still working on things. So feminines, this is also what the universe wants you to know. The universe wants you to ask yourself, as we approach the end of 2020, and we have this 12/12 portal, okay, the last portal, really, the last number portal of the year, and this new moon solar eclipse, what do you need to release? And typically on new moons is when we're welcoming in fresh energy. But in order to do so, what do you need to release? So this could be, what have you released since the full moon, the corresponding full moon lunar eclipse on November 30th. Continue, reflect on that. What did you set the intention to release, and have you been able to do that? And maybe make a list. This is what I want to release with this new moon. This is what I want to usher in. And then we do have another Capricorn card. So 2 cards in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches, and your hard work is paying off. So we definitely have some Capricorn energy, some earth energy here, as well as, of course, Aries, fire energy. But your hard work is paying off. So the universe wants you to know, feminines, that your work hasn't all been for nothing. And even if you're not seeing the payoff yet, the dividends in the 3D, And I feel like this is more so in regards to career, in regards to money, in regards to abundance and financial security and success, that things are actually coming to fruition. And I feel like this is that new moon. This is that solar eclipse energy. And it's telling you that your hard work is going to pay off in Capricorn season. So you should see the positive effects of all the work that you've put in 2020. What about for the masculines? Spirit. Okay. Universe has got a sense of humor again. Okay. So I just have to laugh, especially after the dream I just shared with you guys. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay, I'm laughing because the masculines are in this place with this energy here, the 12-12 portal, the new moon, solar eclipse, where they're feeling eclipsed out of hope, okay? They can't see the light right now. It's dark. It's dark in their minds. It's dark in their hearts. It's dark in their worlds. It's dark in their lives, okay? And they're in the void. They are in the void and they're hopeless. So if you're feeling hopeless, like I know I have had, I had a definite bout of that last night while I was watching Into the Wild, one of my favorite movies. And it always inspires me to just run away into the forest and never come back into society. Yeah, so there was that thought last night. And the movie always makes me emotional because it's the story of this man who fought to be recognized for who he truly was. And he didn't care about the money. He didn't care about status or success. And to him, that wasn't what was important. But then at the end of the movie, one of the last things he wrote down that you can see, and they've recovered this, from his journal from that time when he was on the bus in Alaska. One of the last things he said, which makes me choke up talking about, is love is only real when shared. And so I feel like, man, I felt his loneliness. So I was watching this movie, really in my emotions and in my heart, and I felt his loneliness and what he must have gone through on that bus alone to realize that, yeah, money and status and success, it's not about that. That's not what life is about, but it is about companionship, and it is about friendship, and it is about connection. It's about love. That's what we're here for. And it's only real when shared. It's like he had all these incredible experiences and he endured all of these things in the wild. And yes, it was a choice, but I just commend him for having the bravery and the courage to follow his heart, and to set himself free. What a free spirit, what a beautiful free soul. And man, and I feel like he did recognize the value of having somebody there with you to share in all of those beautiful experiences and all of the experiences that weren't so beautiful, but that grew him, that he learned from. And so he was sharing them with nature. He was sharing them with the trees and the birds and the animals, but he didn't get to share them with a human being. And I think at the end that really plagued him. I think that really got to him, and he felt very lonely. And so I feel like the masculines are in this place of, it's like they can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They can't see the light in the dark. They don't know. They don't realize they have the light switch in their hands. They can't see it. They can't feel it. And it's kind of like the energy of feeling like the feminine's gone forever, because that's the energy that I was feeling last night, is my masculine's gone forever, and it came out of nowhere. And I think a lot of feminines can relate to that. It's the masculine energy. You're feeling your masculine's pain. You're feeling the masculine's fears come. A lot of us are in fear right now because we're in these, you're not crazy. It's the eclipse energy. And that's why I wanted to do this reading. It was supposed to be light. And here I am getting emotional and tearing up and talking about hopelessness. But that's what's coming through. It's Divine Truth Tarot. This is not divine, like sweep it under the rug tarot. This is where they're at. And they're being asked, very interesting that the universe is stern in saying, hold your vision, masculines, fixed moon, like hold on to what it is that's in your heart. Hold on to what it is that you know, because it's very easy. It would be very easy for the masculines right now to sort of just give up. And so that's what a lot of them have felt like they're doing, or they need to do. I just need to give up. I just need to move on. And then they can't, you know, when they think of life without their counterpart, it really saddens them. It gravely saddens them because they can't imagine feeling that way about anybody else. And they know nobody else will ever make them feel that way, that accepted, that loved, that heard, that seen, that they'll never be able to truly be themselves with anybody else. So they're really in this place, guys. Send them love, you know, if you have the extra energy, because they're struggling. And if you don't have the extra, you know, energy to do that, because I know you're struggling too, feminines, then just hold space. Just hold space for you. And that will in turn hold space for them. Okay, I get it. The masculines are in this place of resistance, guys. The masculines are in this place of resistance, holding on. Because it's the end of the year and we're moving into Christmas season and holiday season, Hanukkah, whatever it is that your divine masculine celebrates. Many different religions around the world, different cultures celebrate different things. Whatever it is that they celebrate, the holiday season is family season, right? And they can't be with the one they love, for some of them. So it's like they're trying to hold on to everything that's in front of them, but everything that's not real in the 3D is slipping away, okay? The false contracts, like the contracts. Guys, I want you to know that for a lot of you, and I hope that this brings you comfort this holiday season, because I know how hard the holidays can be, I do. The masculines who are in marriages, who have karmic contracts, the majority of those, like 90 to 99% of those, I'm being told, they're up. They've been up. Those contracts have been up sometimes, for some cases, for years. The masculines haven't yet physically moved on, but those contracts, the love has walked out the door. Love has walked out the door, okay? Connection has walked out the door in those connections, if it was ever there in the first place. All that's left is an emptiness. And the masculines are feeling this emptiness because some of them still haven't been able to physically move. And they're in resistance to their own path, to their own mission, to their own heart, to the pull that they feel to the feminine, the lighthouse that she is. They're in resistance still. And that's why the universe is like, please, masculines, hold your vision. You know what this is. You know what this means. You know how much this person means to you. Just please don't let go. But let go. Don't let go of her or him, of your counterpart, but let go of everything else, masculines, because they're just, it's like, man, they're holding on for dear life. And it's really hurting them. It's really starting to hurt them. So these contracts have been up for a long time. For some of them, they expired this year or last year, okay? Well, for a lot of them, they've been expired for years. And there has been a lack of what? Of acceptance. That this connection no longer exists between them and the karmic partner. And they have to accept the connection that never goes away, that never fades with their divine counterpart. But what's happening is in the 3D, it's like they're losing each other. It's not there anymore. That, whatever that was, a friendship, we had children together, so we're co-parenting. You shouldn't be married if you're just co-parenting, in my opinion. That's not a marriage. That's not a romance. That's not a love connection. You can co-parent separately and live your lives, and both the karmic, partner and the divine masculine can free themselves to be with the person they're supposed to be with, the person they are actually contracted to be with in this lifetime for the rest of their lives. Now, both the karmic and the masculine have to come to a place of acceptance, because I'm being told, I don't talk about the karmics a lot, guys. I don't. Do not focus on them, and you know that. But I am being told here, the karmics are also in resistance to letting go and in resistance to accepting that it's over. I do want to pull out, give me a second, guys. I didn't know I was going to use a tarot deck, but they're telling me that there are messages that want to come through here. I didn't know we were going to be talking about the karmics. I never know the direction a reading is going to go until I get into it, really. I can set the intention all I want, but the cards will always have a story to tell. My guides, our guides will always have a story to tell. The masculines will always have a story to tell. And the karmics are stepping in a little bit here. They are. No negative energy, by the way. I don't allow that. I don't want any negative comments about the karmics. So if you're new to the channel, and it's okay to do that on other channels, I don't allow that. The karmics are people too. They're humans. And for many of us, like it or not, they are your soulmate as well. Okay, so no negative comments. I don't allow that in my own situation either. I've never talked badly about the karmic. Wow. There's a lot of sadness in these connections. 9 of Swords. Insomnia. Gosh, now I know why I'm not sleeping. And now I know what my masculine's going through. 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Okay. This is the energy of heartbreak, betrayal. I mean, look at the scream. It's like she's screaming into the ethers. It's the pain of heartbreak. It's the pain of this can no longer work between us. I feel like there are definite breakups going on right now. I know there are because I'm receiving emails. One of my clients that I work with, I think I shared with you guys, I'm going to share a part of her email. She's allowed me to on the channel, on the community tab. So look out for that. I'm not going to put her name. I'm going to protect her identity, but I do want to share the story. Her masculine has left the abusive karmic partner, and her masculine has asked to see her and has said, I have moved out. This is huge. This is what all of us would like to hear. So there is a lot of heartbreak. Okay. There's nightmares, insomnia. There's some guilt and shame, okay, that the masculines are working through at this time regarding the exit that they've taken, or they're about to take, or they're planning to take. And they do feel pain. So if they're not reaching out to the feminine, it's because they're processing. Now, what's interesting is we have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. This represents what is on the other side of acceptance, of coming out of that resistance, of the heartbreak, of coming out of this void energy. If they can hold their vision, the vision is you. You are their star. You are their guiding light. They see you as this free spirit, as this healer, as this divine essence. They see you as so powerful, so strong, and they see you standing with other divine feminines. They feel that energy, guys. The masculines feel the strength of the divine feminines as you stand with other divine feminines. They're feeling that energy. And the more you can stand with your sisters or your brothers right now, feminines, the more you're going to emanate that light, the more we're going to draw the masculines home, because at this point it is a collective effort. Yes, we have our individual connections, but it's a collective effort in bringing the masculines home at this point. Courage and bravery. It's going to require courage and bravery from the masculines to step forward into the light. You know, sometimes it's easy to stay in the dark. Sometimes it feels easier to stay in the energy of heartbreak. Sometimes it becomes so familiar that you're actually scared of being happy. Imagine that, where you're like, well, I don't know if I want to be happy. That seems scary. I'm used to this. I know how to handle being miserable. What would happy look like? And the masculines meet the feminine, who represents joy. She's joy in her essence. She brings joy to their life. And the masculines are like, I don't know if I can accept that. They were in resistance to what the feminine was offering. They were in resistance. It's going to take courage and bravery, guys, from the masculines. Yeah, joy and contentment. This is what the feminine, it's going to take courage and bravery for the masculines to choose joy and contentment, to choose the feminine. It is going to take this, because they have been in this pattern of choosing unhappiness and not choosing themselves, and letting other people sort of walk all over them for so long that they're like, wait a minute, I actually have to choose. Wait a minute, how do I do this? Like, how do I choose myself? How do I choose happiness? Well, it's going to take some courage, divine masculines. Let's see. Tell me about the masculines choosing joy. Tell me about the masculines choosing joy. Wow, masculines. Oof. Guys, if you're feeling it this weekend, you're feeling your masculine. Man, this explains a lot of what I was feeling last night. Four of Cups, Two of Swords, more swords energy. 3 cards of swords energy. They're all up in their heads, and it's not a pretty place. It's not a pretty space to be in right now. This is the feeling of being blindfolded, being afraid of what comes next, not knowing what decision to make. And so the universe is going to make it for them. That's what's going to happen. If they continue to stay in this energy of, I don't know, the universe will just make it happen. But you feel stuck. It is a feeling of, I'm stuck in this place. I'm stuck in the dark. I don't know. How can you hold your vision when you're blindfolded? That's where they have to seek spiritual guidance. 4 of Cups. Look at that. It's the 4 of Cups to me is the energy of feeling sorry for oneself, because not being able to see the beauty of what's in front of you, what's being offered to you, what the feminine was trying to offer, not seeing how life can be beautiful and joyful and rich. There's the 3 empty cups, and they're staring out there like, it's all I see is emptiness. Masculines, you're not seeing the full cup that's right in front of you. It's literally at your feet. The feminine was there and has been there all along. So at some point, the masculines are going to reach this revelation that this was the person that's been there for me all along. Even when I pushed him or her away, even when I tried to run away, even when I was at my ugliest, even when I chose somebody else in the physical, even when this, even when that, they chose me. And they're going to realize that these empty cups represent other people and other partners. And this is the feminine who stands strong. And they're like, I can't believe her courage and bravery in choosing me through all of this. Even through the pain, the feminine has said, I still choose you. Because we understand the dynamic, we understand the programming. The masculines have had to break through lifetimes upon lifetimes of this programming that has kept us separated. So this is the masculine, the 4 of Cups energy of them feeling just, it's like frustrated and bored is how they're feeling in their life. They're feeling bored. They're feeling like apathetic. There's a sense of apathy here where it's like, they're just like, okay, great. I can't really see, I can't see the forest through the trees. I just can't see in front of me right now. Some of them are wallowing in self-pity. And the feminines, meanwhile, are over here like, I'm going to manifest the shit out of my life. I'm going to just be over here manifesting. Very, very different energies as usual. This tends to happen with the counterparts. The feminine's in this energy of trusting herself, trusting himself. Advice for the feminines. Advice for the feminines to help the masculines. Well, you can help, manifest through meditation, manifest through staying in your light, staying in your power. Mantras. You're being cheeky, Spirit. Any other advice for the feminines to help the masculines? Stay in the energy of expecting communication and expecting honesty. Expect miracles. Expect everything to flow to you. There's a lot of magic with the feminine right now. Thank God we can lighten up the reading a little bit, because that masculine energy is quite heavy right now. There's a lot of energy of miracles coming in for the feminines. Oh, wow. Okay. I have to share these with you guys as well. There's honesty coming in. If you can manifest this, is what Spirit is saying. You can manifest this honest communication. Ask and you shall receive. This is all about trusting, asking, talk to your guides, and know that you'll receive it. Friendship and union and forgiveness and understanding. This is all possible at this time. It's all possible. So a lot of things can be forgiven right now. A lot of things can turn around is what I'm hearing in these connections. But the masculines have to, again, have the courage and bravery to drag themselves, to dig themselves up out of this hole that they've created, this hole that they've allowed themselves to sink in. I may have to do a separate masculine reading today or tomorrow because this is heavy. Okay, how can the feminines assist the masculine spirit? Get grounded. Okay. This is coming up in personal readings a lot lately too. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive. So make sure that you are not taking on their energy. This is so clutch. Why am I saying clutch? That hasn't been cool for like 10 years. This is so key. I said it in a personal reading last night too. This is so key. It's so key to get grounded, feminines. Again, be in nature. This comes up over and over and over again. To be in nature, to be in your element, to be surrounded by beauty, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the feel of nature, okay? The air, the crisp air, the cool air, the sun on your skin, the, bare feet on the ground, the trees. Go hug a tree, guys. Go give some love to nature. Go listen to the birds, okay? Do you know that bird watching, in a study, it was shown that bird watching is as therapeutic as, what did it say? It's as therapeutic as, say, a therapy session. Oh, now I can't remember what they compared it to, but it's extremely therapeutic, and it de-stresses your nervous system, brings you into from that fight or flight sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. So this is what you can do to help your masculine. It's very simple, guys. Do you, okay? And then play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. That's that 3 of Cups energy. So don't allow things to be so serious, feminines. Allow your cup to be full. See your cup is full. And just have some lightheartedness, because the masculines really need it right now. What can the masculines do to help themselves? What can the masculines do to help themselves? They can connect with their inner feminine, Sisterhood of the Rose. Now, some of you watching will connect with Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, high priestess, mystic teacher, they can connect with their inner feminine, the inner high priestess, the inner empress within them that holds their creativity, that holds, it's the womb energy that holds, it's the essence of everything. It's the birth of everything. Everything comes from a place of the womb. So actually everything, masculines, if you're watching, or for your inner masculine energy, feminines, everything can come from this place, this darkness. This is the womb. Everything sprouts from this place. Everything grows from this place. There's potential. It's just the masculines can't see it yet. So tap into that potential, masculines. Tap into the potential of the darkness. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Masculines, you must call back your power. You must step back and out of situations that are no longer serving you. You must ask for protection at this time. So if you're not in communication with your masculines, feminines, I would highly suggest that you do some soul retrieval and that you assist them. If you have the extra energy to do so, always put yourself first. But if you have that extra energy today or tomorrow, it would be a very potent and powerful time to call back your power. I call back my power after every reading. And it can be as simple as, I call back my power. I like to say it 3 times, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho, or amen, or whatever it is that you wish to say to seal that prayer, to seal that wish. But the masculines needing to cut cords with the past. This is why they have to, masculines. It's time. The time is up, is what I'm hearing. It's up for them to stay in these karmic contracts. It's the expiration date. It's been expired for way too long. And now it's really causing them a lot of angst and a lot of grief. And now they're realizing that it's actually causing more pain to stay than it would be to leave. And that's the point where a lot of the masculines are. It's more pain to stay than it is to actually leave. So I'm going to end the reading there. I'm going to be working on some personal readings today, guys. I send you a lot of love and light, And again, look out. I will be announcing it in videos once I'm done with these 10 personal readings. These are my priority. They've already been paid for. Then I will open up only written readings for the remainder of December, and I will be taking Christmas to New Year's off in terms of personal readings. Have a beautiful day, guys. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for listening, and I will talk to you and see you so soon. Take care.